Now I'm going to show you, when you open the case, how to set up the base. So let's do it. Now, first thing first, let's take out the stand. Gotta put the stand together. Alright, got the Velcro and all that. Okay. Take out both pieces out. Okay, and let's put these together. Okay, let's put the stand first together. Screw this guy. Put this guy like about going to be parallel to the floor, you know. There we go. Then you're going to bring this one first up about a hand, I would think, you know. It's going to be, you're going to have to set up, you're going to have to set it up a couple of times and figure out exactly how high you want it. So basically, the angle in which you're going to receive this stand is already set up one way, you know, the way that average that everybody likes. Later on, you'll be able to change it. If you want the base to be more angled or turn or whatever, you can do that easily. So the idea is to do it before you put the stabilizer on, okay? So I'm going to raise the second part, you know, and screw that. And raise it a little bit, about a hand or something like that. That should be about right. You know, depending how tall you are, you know, it's not going to need to be that high anyhow. And this is already, as I say, set up somehow. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up the base, and that's where I can put the base on it and figure out the angle in which I want it. Okay. So it's pretty simple. You just slide the base here, right there, and that puts the base in position. You just tighten that little screw right here to stop it to wiggle, and that's it. So this is for the main position. Now this base, as I say, is about an angle like we play the upright bass. So depending how tall you are, you may want to at that time lower or make it higher, you know, and screwing, you know, this guy, you can make it, if you think it's not high enough or whatever, you can move it. Okay, pretty easy. So when you do that, please hold the weight of the base, just don't unscrew the thing with blung, you know, all that, unscrew, you know, change the thing and up, tighten it up again. Now remember that, you know, the way I position the base, I'm gonna move it straight for you, you can see, it's with the foot forward. That's where the bass go. Why? Because you get the weight of the instrument on that foot. Like that, your bass not going to fall off. If you put it in between that, the bass going to fall off. You have to put it that the foot is pointing exactly the same direction of your bass. All right? As I say now, if you like the bass to be a little tilted toward you, you know, you can unscrew this one a little bit and tilt it a little more. You can move it this way or this way like that as well. Okay, as I say, I kind of chose the angle that we have when you have a real acoustic bass. Some people like to play it maybe more vertical, you know, you can do that. Just turn this guy and put it as vertical as you want. Now the next step is to put the stabilizer. So the stabilizer length all going to depend in the angle you're putting that instrument and how high it is. Okay, so it's, I'm going to pick it up. And you have a couple of screws right there to be able to make it shorter or longer. Okay, so I can make it a little longer like that. And you unscrew the thumb screw here and open this part. And you can try to see the kind of length you need to have. Okay, that goes with a strap lock on the bottom. If it's the right length, it's going to fit exactly right. Okay, if you put the strap lock, and you see this one is, because I set it up before, and that's the way you're going to receive. It's going to be about right. You know, if you change the height, if you change the angle, you're going to have to move that guy forward or backwards, okay? The thing good about it, when you set it up once, it'll be there all the time. You set up that stabilizer only once. Then you go here, you turn that around, you can tilt it a little bit to pass this part right there. If you have a problem, you can always unscrew the other guy to put it in. And right now, when you're gonna try it, you'll see there is a rubber pad in there, so it's a little tough to push it, but because it's gonna get smaller after a while, it gets squeezed, you know. But when it's brand new like that, it's a little tough. So you put the thing and screw the bottom part, okay? So I screwed that guy in. So to do it again, you know, that's how I did it. Now you can see it, me taking it out, okay? So you open that, you can take it a little bit like that, put it back, you see that's how I did it. And then you put the washer and the thumb screw there. It's pretty simple, but it's very solid. The idea is to make it that it's really solid, that the base is not going anywhere. To carry it again, I grab from here and the base from the top and turn it. Okay? That gives you really no movement that side. It's really really stable. And now you're ready to play. Now to carry the base when it's on the stand, don't grab it by the fingerboard right here, because you know it's so heavy, so you would break the fingerboard. You know, it's like an acoustic bass. We never grab them from there. You grab the body, you can grab it here if you want underneath the hand, you know, turn. You see, like that is fine. You can grab it here if you want to, that's okay. Do not grab the fingerboard or the bridge, okay? So first thing you take out, you know, is this part. So you unscrew the little thumb screw right here to take it out, you know, like that. And you can slide a little bit up, sideways like that, and then you have a strap lock there. You just press the button and take the strap lock out. Then don't forget to put this back there and to close it. You don't want to lose the screw. Okay. The stabilizer is very important because like when you play the bow, the thing is not moving like that. Okay. Now to take the bass out is very simple. You unscrew that one little bit, and then you can slide it off, and that's all. So the preamp comes with the volume right here. You have bass, mid-range, and treble. It's all cut and boost. All right, you can feel the little thing on the middle. Okay, I even did that on the volume. I put a pot with a little click like that. You know, you're halfway through the volume. You know, because sometimes you got a pot, you don't know where you are. Here, you exactly know where you are. And the little switch right here is when it's on the middle is flat, and up or down gives you a couple of different EQ. Because I figured out if somebody's using a lot of treble on his amplifier, if he picks up the bow, it may sound a little scratchy. So I just cut the very top with a switch, you know, a couple of different, you know, like that. You picking up, you don't have to change the EQ, just a little switch to take out the top. Personally, I don't have to change it at all. It sounds fine when I do it, but I know that some people put so much treble on the amplifier, and if you pick up the bow, it's going, you know, so that's what I did that for. Then you have a little piece that you notice that was not there anymore. That little piece of Velcro is because these, you can hear sound, notes right there. So the problem when you have a pickup like that, piezo, the pickup, when you play it's picking up that sound. So to stop it, I just, you know, mute it a little bit. And here you have a little light, little LED right there. It's made that the first time when you plug it in like that, you know, you see the lights just comes on. Boom. If it does that, it means the battery is good. It's a battery tester. It tells you, oh, if it doesn't do that or you know, barely light up, you better change the battery. The battery is dead. Okay? So that's what it is. Okay? Instead of having a light on all the time that, use a little bit of the battery. It's just telling you the battery is good or is bad. So it's very simple. Okay, and on the back the battery is very easy to change because there is a little door. You open the door, change the battery. Be sure you're putting the plus and the minus on the right way, and that's it. Also, don't leave the base plug in, because like most electric base and all that, it will drain the battery out. Okay, if you're not using it, just unplug the instrument. Like that, you don't use the battery. So in order to change the action, you can just turn the wheels right here. So I recommend to put like maybe a grease pencil mark or a little piece of tape on the side, and to be able to know how many turns you do on each of them. You want to do exactly the same way. If you start moving one more than the other, then the strings are going to move sideways as well. So you want to keep the strings centered. So that's why if you do half a turn here, you do half a turn here on this one as well. So if you want to raise it, usually you may have to, you know, untune the strings to make them loose in order to be able to raise it, okay? These, as I say, this bass is a 41¼ scale, so these are actual acoustic bass strings. These are the top of the line labella strings. Alright, you can put different gauges. They're coming with a kind of a light gauge. Everybody seems to like that gauge, so I choose that. But there's some people, like, you know, they're really strong fingers, they want more resistance, then you can put, you know, a different set of strings on it. It doesn't matter. But they are really acoustic bass strings. Alright, so if you have your favorite acoustic bass strings, you can put them on, you know. I really recommend these. I'm playing these for the last 30 years. I really like them on my acoustic bass and on my electric bass as well. Okay, so these are like a rock core bass strings. You know, they sound really good, very beautiful sustain, as you heard before. That's what I recommend.